It's cleaver time!
Liquid are a little bit more mobile here, but I think that Gaimin can find a
I have a
farm.
very important question. Will we see a block?
Oh, snap!
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 of the Grand Finals here between Gaimin Gladiators and Team Liquid, as we're on the verge of finding out who's going to be able to take that top spot, that top prize, $300,000, and get that guaranteed spot at Reared Masters. Fog, looking through these drafts so far, from what we've seen so far today, anything sort of jumping out of you as sort of an incredibly strong pick? You know, who you're going to have your eyes on this game as well in terms of like individual performances that we've had popping off so far in this best of 5?
I think it's speed versus greed a lot, right? I think Liquid has a draft that can absolutely set some ridiculous tempo, getting early auras, getting early momentum around a Bristle SF to get early Roshan and pump themselves up with this Coddle. However, looking at Gaimin, if they can stall back, sit back, do what Ace did in the last game, get that crazy amount of farm, get farm for Duracho as well too, perhaps they're going to be able to do it. I'm liking Liquid's approach right now, but Ace has been an absolute menace on this Doom. Can he withstand the Underlord, who's 3-0 in these finals?
We're going to see Liquid. They're going to run head first into this fight. They're going to try and focus down Celery. They'll get him. First blood for Nisha.
And then we see an immediate display of the new change, of course, for Keeper of the Light. Blinding Light is a spell now. You get given without having to be in your form. And it's powerful. He immediately set that up there beautifully for his team. And yeah, also you have to see all these little changes that happen for these heroes too. SF, of course, the raises no longer slow turn rate. However, now you get more presence of the Dark Lord during team fights. When the team fight lasts longer, you get more minus armor and stuff like that. Which, honestly, that can be pretty crazy with something like Bristleback. I'm looking forward to see how that even is going to function altogether. But yeah, I like Liquid's approach right now.
Nisha getting some heavy harassment in here with the first round of raises.
Radiant's middle tower is
This is a
under
potent
attack.
hero when you have something like Coddle behind you too. This Coddle actually works super well with two of their cores. Shadow Fiend and Bristle both getting pumped up massively. But yeah, Gaimin, if the greed can work, we've seen what they've been able to do with Ace.
Absolutely, yeah. If Ace himself can sort of have a solid game, stay at the top, we've absolutely seen Ace sort of work Gaimin Gladiators out of tough spots in the game where the other cores have fallen behind. If Ace can stay strong, he can absolutely push the game to a point where the rest are able to catch up.
And maybe that'll just be the answer versus the constant movements. You know, Liquid, they're going to be looking to move around the map, apply pressure constantly, and Gaimin is just going to look to farm, and get that split up of the map too. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the two dynamics end up working versus each other. And yeah, let's see how the mid matchup ends up going, because this, in the past, of course, a very dominant, well, not dominant, but it was still skill matchup, but more dominant than before. Now, I think Shadow Fiend has ways to play around a Templar Assassin.
I mean, Nisha's been able to hold the wave in sort of a good position to really harass Quinn on the first few rounds.
First few waves, you can definitely, it gets worse and worse.
Sure.
For the SF.
Heavy spam here from Tofu already on this top lane.
They're low on regen up here on the side of Liquid. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, seeing Blinding Light, it's good damage. And you don't have to, like, you can't really dodge it. It's just going to hit them every single time. So it's really cool to see the change, of course, for the hero. And of course, we'll have to see the other change too for the Bristleback, right? This hero now, they don't really have the most like explosive type of damage. Like, it's now more versus like the Sven big hitters, where if you turn your back, you shoot them multiple quills. But you still are going to shoot multiple quills anyway versus something like TA. So that at least will have that function. And we'll have to see how that all goes down. But I'm mostly going to be just looking at Zai, because the stuff that him and Boxu have been able to do in some of these games is just unreal.
He's dealing well with the raise. The raise is sort of being thrown out his way. 9-4 against 9-5, keeping it even in the mid. Ooh. Getting very low though.
Constant threats.
Nisha with a couple more raises to play with the amount of mana that he does have, but Refraction's back up.
We have more mangoes coming out for Nisha. No, it's just going to be boots now. Quinn, yeah, he's handling it.
Bloody bounty!
This is super. I mean, this is like such high skill Dota here between these two players in these matchups. But he's going to top himself up also, so Nisha is going to be a bit low for these next few moments in comparison to Quinn, who's going to be full HP.
So far, nobody getting completely left out on the side lanes.
Nope. Duracho a little bit slowed down, but it'll be a bit expected perhaps in the first few waves for a Slark versus Hoodwink.
Nisha got to be careful off the few side blades.
Yep.
Sitting rather low in this matchup. Ooh. Quinn getting some good angles.
He's trying to line him up every time, too. Getting some nice denies here. Power Rune, are they going to look to check it? I see Tofu is running over toward the mid lane. So if they check the bottom rune as well, this could put Nisha in a position where he has to back up and find a bounty rune, or maybe even just go back to base. Yeah, they're double checking.
He's going to try for the bottom one.
Celery's here.
He's
Yeah,
not able to
Nisha.
go for it.
He could be at risk of dying here if they want to commit for a kill, but also might just have to back up and find a bounty. Oh, so even in this mid lane, 17-10 to 18-8. I can't even look elsewhere.
Yeah, it's close. Nothing crazy happening so far in the side lanes, as I say. You know, both carries, both off laners, they're hitting the creeps.
Yep, Duracho able to recover now, brings himself a salve, so he's starting to get all those last hits back online. Who got the 2 Lotuses? I saw Tofu had one, and Zai got the other. Okay. An equivalent exchange at the moment.
And all in terms of timings then, regarding Liquid's lineup, do you sort of see them try to go for a similar sort of progression as they do when Mickey was on the Sven?
Yeah, I mean, exactly the same, actually,
Yep.
I would say. Almost pretty much identical. It's going to be super fast movements, I'd imagine, from them. 'Cause, yeah, they can clear ancient stacks super hard with this Bristleback. They can force Roshans and everything quite hard if they do get any type of advantage. And they're going to have auras. That's one thing. So I'm going to be looking to see what Ace decides to build this time. How greedy he ends up going. Listen, he does have to make space for this TA plus this Slark.
Okay, he's going to be able to chase Tofu down a bit. I'll get held back by Ace though. In fact, with the scorch turn, Mickey's got to be a bit careful and falling low himself.
He's got Vanguard. He's trying to toy with them there. Tofu. It might have him. Oh my god.
They're really teasing one another here up top.
Foxy sees low heroes. He's TPing up. He wants to try to punish this.
And Tofu's going to be able to salve up.
He's hunting him.
Won't quite catch him.
Power Rune. They're double checking it again. Gaming. Very prepped around this mid lane.
Really
Looking to punish Nisha.
They're going to get the setup. TP's coming in. But Quinn, he's hit the 6. He's got the slow. The blinding's there, but it doesn't matter. Nisha taken out by the final touch of Tofu.
Nice move. The regen will get snatched away from Quinn, but either way, a great hit there from Tofu. The 2 supports making it happen. Lanes are secured, and they're looking to make moves to make sure the TA has a good time. Really nicely done. Top. They can't even punish Ace. Even's continuing to use this tornado.
Closing in on the Vanguard.
Dire's
Zai.
middle
Difficult
tower
to
is
sort of
under
make these
attack.
moves.
They can maybe go for him down here.
So if they've got enough damage to do this.
Gonna be
Pound.
close.
Drasho trying to get in position to block off Zai's
Radiant's
escape.
bottom tower
Frostbite.
is under attack.
They got
Knock
him.
him out. Gaimin Gladiators starting to get some kills in these side lanes. I mean, top lane, Mickey continues to try and get aggressive under the tower, but not really able to get the kills at this point on his own. Needs that extra rotation to come in if they want to try diving tier 1s right now.
And the fact that Boxy also... Let's see if he gets to catch him. The fact that Boxy makes the move top and doesn't end up finding anything also means he's not getting the stacks prep. So what we've seen most of the time with Boxy is he's very aware of making moves, but also prepping stacks to make sure that his Sven, his Bristle, or one of those heroes are super pumped up. We do see some from Insania, but not on this side over here. And Celery, he actually walks in, he's able to snatch away the Wisdom Rune this time.
Giving a bit of space as well for Thrasher to start getting the solo XP.
Yep.
Try and get his Shadow Dance on as soon as he can. He's about a couple of creeps away.
And they got both Wisdom Runes as well.
And they want to try and make a go.
They're
Thrasher,
trying to
he still
punish.
needs that final creep to get the level 6, so he can't get too aggressive, Thrasher. He's got to be careful.
Bounces won't go back and forth between each other. They're trying to kill Zai again before he does finish the Vanguard.
Getting some early pressure onto the tier 1 mid now, Quinn.
Does Quinn have any stacks yet? Not quite yet, because of all the movements that they've been doing to set up for the runes. But yeah, they'll set him up for a shield rune now, and they're smoking. They're looking to punish bottom. They're deep on the side of Liquid. Duracho. He's got 6.
He's hit the 6, he's fine.
And here comes Quinn with the rotation.
See if Zai and Boxy are able to back out in time. And Celery He's ready to follow up here off Quinn's trap slow as they'll look towards Zai. Frostbite's there, Duracio's back in. The bushwhack will hold back the two cores, but Celery's in with the body blocks. It's not enough though. Zai, he's able to make his way around the Crystal Maiden. Another slow there from the trap. He'll turn with his own pit to hold back Celery and Duracio. Make sure the Slark can't get in on him, but he can't control Quinn.
Great move from Quinn. Good rotations coming out from Gaming in this early game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Ace doing some efficiency farming, pulling the camp into the neutral. Is going to be able to get some solid farm here. He's also hit 6.
In the mid,
Another one.
an easy one for Quinn there.
Oh, Quinn's mad.
Set up by Tofu.
He's having a hell of a start here. 2-0-1.
Not a safe place to come right now, this mid
Dire's
lane.
middle
Quinn
tower is under attack.
ready to dive this tier 1 tower against whoever turns up to try and pick up the XP on Liquid.
Quinn was shut down so much in this last game, so I think this is the call that they've made, is play around this TA a little bit more. Make sure that Quinn has a good early game, because he can be the one that's active a little bit more in this early game compared to the Slark. Rotation out, Insania. Can't really set up for something like Quinn without the rotation of Boxy.
That's a lot of damage already being done to this tier 1 by the TA alone.
Boxy's trying. There's the Fiend's Gate.
See if they can catch Quinn. They can't. Immediate ancient seal there from Tofu.
Great play.
Zai's out of there. And he's like, all right, there's no more play to be found here. Back to the bottom lane he goes.
He supports just hand-holding around Quinn. Nacho.
Consider yourself.
A little bit careful under the tower there. It's quite a beating. Power Rune, 5 seconds. Supports now on Liquid. Helping out Nisha a little bit more. It's gonna spawn bottom. Boxy will claim it. Could be in trouble.
And hold back Quinn. And he's got Insania by his side. Liquid matching the numbers now the Gaimin Gladiators bring to this area to make sure that no further kills are fed in this mid lane.
As Ace continues to do the efficiency farm, I love this. I mean, just pulling the creep wave into this camp. Mick is gonna try to contest it. He knows that Ace is just trying to be efficient.
It's definitely got to be a bit of a concern for Liquid. That we've seen it before. If Ace gets the space to farm, he becomes an incredible beast on his doom.
Oh, absolutely. And they're bringing the action to this Underlord. Quite a lot here, Zai. Getting slowed down.
Boxy doing a good job though, constantly sort of bailing out his teammates with these bushwhacks.
He's having to literally just run between lane constantly, which means, yeah, he's not really getting the stacks ready. Now he's gonna get one, but the other one is blocked. See, Celery, he already got the Sentry Ward to block out the hard camp. Mick doing efficient stacks himself up top in the north jungle. So he's got, I think it was like a 4 stacks there from Insania, but he also was stacking some himself. He finds a really nice neutral item, I would say, for the Bristle. The Occult Bracelet, we see the Rights of the Eloshar, the mana regen. Got buffed. Gives magic resist.
That's already rather tough to make a move on to Mick.
Yep.
I mean, we're not really seeing Gaimin Gladiators put any effort in towards this top lane. They're just sort of leaving Ace on his island, allowing him to have the space to farm against Mick.
They're playing around mid and bottom consistently.
This time they've got the ult Celery. Zai, he'll respond with an instant TP out, but the Frostbite is back up.
Is under attack.
Great moves. Over and over again. And they almost even take out the mid tower with all these type of moves too. Tofu. Kind of taunting him. Another Power Rune. He's gonna spawn top. Tofu, he's speedy.
Radiant
He's gonna be able to just kill it. He actually doesn't? Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was like, what the?
He left it there for Nisha to grab. And he'll take it out. In terms of timings, Ace, he's got the Midas done. So the gold is going to start rolling in for the Doom.
The greed is paying off for sure right now in this early game. Duracio, he's got Tread's Echo Saber as well. PA set up for success level 10. I mean, very good for gaming at the moment.
I mean, absolutely right. You said Liquid wanted to be being able to sort of replicate what they were able to do around the Sven of Mickey. It's not happening so far. 12 minutes in, they've only got that one kill. And indeed, Gaimin Gladiators keeping on par with Liquid's potential of maybe being able to be aggressive early game, but it just hasn't happened so far from Liquid. No, it's a slow start.
Liquid definitely want to be the tempo setters, and so far in the first 12 minutes, it's actually all been gaming. The rotations around mid, the constant double moves from the supports, it's really working. And again now, when they invade the triangle there, they make sure they take away the sentry that had dewarded, and then they actually block the ancient. So now it's only a double stack that's going to be there ready for Bristle. They're doing all the right moves. This is clean Dota from gaming.
Liquid, they feel it. They're going to try and find something. And with the three of them,
they got to push Ace out of this lane. I mean, he's just free farming with a Midas.
Mickey playing aggressive. It's difficult to try and take down Ace under this tower. They've got the 4 heroes here. Backup likely to come in.
Here's the Fiend's Gate.
Trying to get in behind him. But Ace, he's able to get himself out to the side. And Quinn, and Tofu, Celery, they're all here. They're ready to turn. They're all Mickey, they burst through the bristle.
Is under attack.
As Mickey's gone, and Liquid, they have to bail out now. Zai, he's put to a stop. The frostbite's there. Liquid, they just forced it a bit too up beyond the tower. Boxy trying to go for Ace, but he misses the bush whack. And Ace is fine.
And Boxy here, I mean, the Wisdom Rune's about to spawn. They know he's going to chill around here.
I mean, Celery, he's got stick charges. He's perfectly fine. Not even able to get a single spell out to connect onto the Crystal Maiden. At least gets the bushwhack onto Tofu.
And look
but
at
it doesn't
Duracho.
matter. They lose 3 heroes.
And Duracho runs in and claims the other Wisdom Rune as well. I mean, Gaming, they are looking amazing in this game.
They certainly are. Liquid just not able to sort of get anything going in this early game.
And Ace, he already has Boots of Travel finished up potentially, so he's going to be able to match the movement around the map versus this Underlord already as he has been. Zai, 0-4. First pick Underlord. They seem to have an answer, and right now it's looking very good for them.
Absolutely. You know, this Underlord, they've been able to play around it perfectly in previous games, but this one, it's not falling into place.
No. But, I mean, Duracho, he is getting closer and closer to Defusal, and they're just finding kill after kill after kill. It's 9-1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mickey and the Shadow Fiend Nisha still farming, but starting to feel some very good timings coming out for Gaming. And the thing about Mickey is, he may be able to find this Ags at a good timing, but the one thing I always like to mention is, especially when you're playing versus something like TA, is your armor is still a bit low.
I mean,
So
yeah, we saw how quickly they killed him.
Yeah.
You know, Mickey, I think, definitely felt that he was going to be a lot stronger than he actually was there.
Yep.
Charging in, one sort of disable and indeed into sort of the physical burst of Quinn. Mickey didn't stand a chance in the front lines of the fight.
And Quinn, he already has Max Meld, and he's about to have Desolator finish too. He is going to hit real hard, and he has a DD
in the
rune
ball,
for the
yeah.
next move.
You do not want to turn up to a fight right now if you're Liquid.
This is problematic,
Even though that's
for them.
kind of what you want to be doing with your lineup. They're going to try.
They got to keep trying to go for something here.
2 supports are a bit separated from the rest of the stack, so opportunities here for Liquid. I mean, Tofu is actually going for the TP out.
It's going to work.
Tofu's away, they'll settle for Celery. It's something.
Not quite enough, though. They wanted to
Dire's
ideally
bottom
get
tower
both of these
is
as
under
Mickey.
attack.
He goes bottom, and now it's also, so they're gonna have Desto, right? With that massive minus armor, and then they also have Defusal already done for the Slark. These items are fantastic when you play versus
I mean,
the Bristleback.
Duracho's ready to punch some of these cores. Whether it be Mickey or Zai, he's ready to trade with them.
How can they stabilize the game? They gotta start getting some farm going, they gotta start outnumbering somehow, but I mean, look at Duracho. Playing super aggressive, trying to steal the farm.
Not a lot that he's scared of right now.
Isha?
Trying to go for this, but Shadow Dance is there. Pounce is going to be back up in a few seconds. There's no chasing the Slark.
Yeah, they're playing this absolutely beautifully. Level 13 on the TA, Desto's done. Is it time for Roshan? It might just be.
Yeah, why not?
He's so far ahead.
Yeah, DD and
Dire's
Desto,
top
couple
tower
of stacks
is
here
under
with the melds
attack.
as they set things up. Here, Quinn.
Double meld. Still so damn fast.
Are scanned.
Not a chance here, Roshan.
Tower is under attack.
Not a chance at all, and Liquid, no signs of heading over.
They do get Duracho, at the least there for the side of Liquid, but Liquid's Trapped is actually the one that really wants, even though they're playing versus TA, they're the ones that would have wanted to be dictating the pace and getting that early Roshan for the Bristle to kind of steamroll things. I mean, Quinn able to get it this early, it's gonna cause problems for Liquid.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a slip up there. That Duracho goes down.
Yeah, he stepped up a bit too far.
To the ring.
Starting to get a little bit of momentum
Dire's top
here for
tower
Liquid.
is under
They're
attack.
enabling Nisha nicely. The thing is, all in all, Nisha's still farming very well, even though Zai is behind.
That is true, and I guess Nisha is kind of the true carry of this game in terms of right click
That is true.
for Liquid.
That is very, very true.
If he can get his items and they can keep him alive, it doesn't really matter sort of if Mickey goes in first and ends up dying. If the Shadow Fiend can survive, stand his ground, and dish out the physical damage.
Something else that's also pretty interesting is an item that disappeared for a long time but is now back. The neutral item is the Vampire Fangs on Bristleback.
It's a lot of lifesteal right between
It's
the
really good one on Bristle.
standard lifesteal, the spell lifesteal.
I remember how much people were complaining about this item on Bristle for some time.
Okay. We'll see how much,
Liquid.
much of a difference it makes for Mickey in terms of his survivability in the fights.
Yep.
I'm saying that though, he does fight. Oh no, that was the tier 2, right? Yeah, he's back for the rest of the teams.
Yep. Farming some stacks. He's still, I mean, he's also going to start ramping up and catching up versus the TA.
Radiant's middle
Tanya?
tower is
He's
under
got backup.
attack.
Ace, can he get away?
Need your TP out. They're fiend skating in, but they won't be able to catch him in time.
He was quick. Gaming's still very happy with everything that's going on here. They're getting away with their farm. Okay, he'll be just fine.
Definitely a bit tougher to take down now. We'll be going for the BKB next, Mickey.
Okay.
I'll
As
take
you said,
that.
he's not really the real carry. It's going to be Nisha building up for the Silver Edge and stuff like that, and Sanya just deleted. Quinn having a spectacular start here, 4-0-2. They're enabling him.
Done. Oh. Well, that is one of the things, right? Sometimes you see it right when you're stunned in base and such, when you TP out. Because the TP animation, it will be done, but there's still sort of that moment where you're still there, but you're not there. And indeed, unfortunate for Slark, for Duracho, that bounce didn't come in a moment sooner. Very fortunate for Nisha, he gets away.
Nisha now has Shadow Blade, Haste Rune in the bottle. Quinn steps up pretty far here.
I mean, he's got the Aegis.
But they're all on top of him.
There is a lot of heroes here. I mean, I don't know if Quinn's able to get out a second time.
Nisha's gonna rev up the Requiem.
They're ready to blow him up. As Quinn straight back in, immediately back out.
Oh, that's a big deal. That death really hurts. They're chasing for more as well. Still a Haste Rune. Is it gonna catch another? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, what was going on there? So just sort of a bit of a lapse of judgment? Didn't expect Liquid to be able to turn up in the numbers that they did?
Yeah, I mean, just way too far up this time around.
A painful death.
Dyer's bottom tower
Gotta be careful.
Yeah,
I think he also got pushed back as well a little bit too. I think Insania maybe pushing him a little bit out of position with the blinding light.
Sure, I mean, there's still sort of mistakes from both cores. You know, they got the Roshan before it, Duracho going down bottom, and then afterwards up top, losing the Aegis, going down a second time there, Quinn.
Quinn doesn't want to hurt his timings too much. Celery trying to set up for a play up top here, but Boxy is able to just waltz away. Celery's still persisting. He's got a wand.
And we've got the trap slot.
He doesn't have any help though. Celery, can he actually finish his eyes here to bail him out?
Him with the heels. Catches him with the pit.
Oops. Now Boxy though. Gets baited to try to go for the kill.
It was both supports there, showing up with the backup of their offlaners. And in a trade, the Gaimin Gladiators will come out on top. Celery with the tip.
A classic Celery. Usually tips the other person though.
Nisha.
Nisha.
Sentry down. Duracho knows something's up. And even so, Nisha still has the Requiem on cooldown 20 seconds. No chance of a Shadow Blade combo as of yet.
It's Tormentor time. Wisdom Rune is also spawned right there. Get to start it up. These quills. For Liquid, their group up is still going to be very strong, especially when they're rallied around the Underlord, even though they are a bit behind. Safe side does like just going for more and more of these auras. At the moment, I'm seeing a ton of 4 staffs being queued up, so wanting to counteract the Slark in particular.
What's going on with Celery there? Some sort of funky animation.
He's just getting the X's, right?
Yeah.
Duracho, you can't do this by yourself.
not even with the sort of good farm that he has.
No, he needs his buddies.
Not going to be able to solo that.
He'll need Quinn. That is early. Okay.
Yeah, 21 minutes in, Nisha picking it up for the team.
I mean, the TA trap's probably bugging them a little bit here.
True.
Radiant's middle
And then he
tower
can
is
potentially
under
also
attack.
set up for those Requiem plays without having to be scared of like being under vision. Actually could be some cool potential for it here.
Ace is getting his timings though. Blink Dagger's online.
Okay.
So if he's able to sort of catch vision of Nisha, he can be straight in on top of him in the team fights.
We've yet to see it do him. He's just been playing literally all out farming.
It's worked out many times before for him.
Sure has. And he's got Doom and he's got the Tornado Creep. My favorite actual combo now by far over the Centaur Creep. He's able to pull people right back into the fray. They're looking to catch something here. Aether Lens also on Topu for the catch.
Insania wouldn't be the biggest of grabs.
Oh, they want to find some core. But Mick is not the easiest kill either. They have to get the Doom. They have to get every single thing connected on him perfectly.
Radiant are scanning.
Liquid able to avoid this one. Gaimin Gladiators not find the target here with this first smoke attempt with the reveal of Ace's blink.
Liquid's done a good job of stagnating the growth, right? Things were starting to perpetually grow there for Gaming for some time. Liquid now splitting up the map, getting all their farm here for everybody. Even Insania, he's getting quite a bit of farm too. And he does have the recall ability, so now they're going to have multiple forms of being able to move around the map, right? Fiend's Gate plus Recall, they can bring a lot of numbers to try to potentially maybe match this Doom that maybe will eventually go Boots of Travel too. Oh, thanks Tofu.
Okay.
Balancing all things for game 5. I needed that Aegis timer too.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Game state has calmed down for a moment.
Both teams avoiding one another as they work towards their next items. BKB's next on the
Dyer's
shopping list for
bottom
Quinn.
tower is under attack.
Over on the side
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
of Liquid, what are we getting next for Nisha? He wants to get the butterfly.
Ooh, okay. I mean, playing versus the double physical damage cores. First, he's gonna have Silver Edge. Ratio. Careful.
I mean, they know to be cautious up here. It's been a while since they've seen Liquid on the map, and high chance that Liquid's setting up something.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He'll go for the tower.
Radiant's top
Drops
tower
fast.
has fallen.
Having the Force staff prioritized on Zai this game with his build.
Makes sense versus Slark. I mean, just being able to pull people away. It's literally the best item versus these Slarks, even versus. I mean, it's probably one of the best items in Dota forever. So, but yeah, in particular versus Slark. And we're seeing Ace. He almost has his Octarine finish, as you know, we've seen the disassemble Vanguard play. That's going to be the route he takes. Just trying to build up that net worth.
And they're ready to go again in Gaimin Gladiators.
DD on Quinn.
Can they catch Liquid by surprise? I mean,
Radiant's
once
middle
again, Liquid
tower
doing a
is
good
under
job of
attack.
splitting from them, Zai. They'll go for it.
This damage is going to be insane from Quinn.
In they go. Few hits from Quinn. They'll throw in a Mystic Flare for good measure.
How long's the Roche going to be also? It was 5 seconds. We're going to find out. $1:30. The long spawn. Actually, I mean, right in the middle. And they do have deep vision also, too. They have this ward that's actually been placed around the triangle quite some time ago to be able to watch Mickey.
Now, Mickey stepping up in the mid. Still have the Blink Doom ready from Mace if they want to go. He's in.
BKB gets off.
Was off in time. And TPs are coming in. They won't continue to commit in onto the Bristol back under the tower with the BKB coming off.
They have to be careful. Nisha's right here.
He's setting up for a Requiem.
Just waiting if they push forward just a bit too far.
So if he can go again now with the BKB from Mickey wearing off. Couple of hits here, bringing Celery down low. Be forced back to safety. So coming in through the Fiend's Gate. They'll close the gap on Celery.
Another Force Staff.
A sharpshooter off the mark. So actually going to connect onto Waste, but doesn't hit onto Celery.
Another Force
They
Staff.
really want this Crystal Maiden. And they'll get him. The big hits coming in from Nisha there.
They're going to check the Roche. They might even... Can they find another kill even? Quite. I mean, Roche, it's not spawning just yet. 30
It's
seconds.
close. 30 seconds.
Very close,
Are
yeah.
Scanning.
Should be able to hold this position long enough to be able to take it if they want to be patient.
How many Four Staffs on the side of Liquid? How many on this side of... How many on their side? Only 2. Force Staff Gaming. Scan comes out from Radiant. Let's clip them up top for a second here. It's going to be back up in 5.
They should be primed to take this, as long as they've got Mickey and Nisha around.
They're going to kill it so fast as well, too, with the goo and the presence. Did he just walk out? Did he just miss the spawn? No, he didn't. Okay. I was like, oh, my lord. Quinn, going to solo the Tormentor in the meantime. We'll be able to do so. Skywrath gets it, but Roche going to drop very
Dyer's
quick.
bottom tower is under attack.
And not really the build that you'd see all the time on Quinn, on a TA, but definitely one of the ways to deal with a Bristol. He wants to get his own Silver Edge.
I don't blame him. Gaming still in a pretty comfortable position. Now going to have to play versus an Aegis for some moments here, though. The one thing is Quinn, this is a very fragile build that he's gone for. If they do get on top of him, there'd be some scare here for Quinn.
As you say, well, in terms of sort of ways to bail him out,
They have 2 Force
they've got a couple of forces, and of course he's got his own Hurricane. So
Oh, yeah.
still ways to break out of the
Apologies.
combo if he does get caught in the root with the pit and such.
And actually, like looking at it, that'll disjoint from everything, even from the Hoodwink stun, right? They'll be able to just break him out of it. So yeah, he should actually be able to reset pretty decently from that.
Even with this strength, though, they may have hesitations on fighting into this Aegis.
Yeah.
Whilst Nisha has it.
Could just get overwhelmed. Also, Mickey, he does have an Elven Tunic now, so does have a little bit of evasion to go through. Lots of tier 3 tokens dropping in an instant. Foxy will claim the Wisdom Rune, 28 minutes. Same thing on the other side. They're actually giving... Daracho's actually the one taking it. He's just getting pumped up. I mean, I don't mind that at all.
Sure.
I think the support's already... You know, they've kind of done their job. Now it's at the point of the cores just to be able to carry everything here from the side of gaming.
I mean, if either Daracho or bottom lane,
Foxy.
should be alright. But yeah, if either sort of Daracho or Quinn survives through these fights, both these heroes are ready to carry.
Oh, they're actually TPing. They're actually fiend skating down.
If they can get anything from this, they're going to look towards Tofu.
I mean, they're bringing numbers.
They're going to go all in on the Scarif. Mickey charging towards Tofu. Tofu tries for the CP out, but the bash hits there.
Quinn's able to get away, though. Liquid trying to ramp up the pressure here with this Aegis. This mobility. I believe it's, what, a Basher now also done.
Yeah, Mickey just got it.
Mickey's got the Basher, and they've got now a Blink on Boxy, so some further ways to catch and get on top of the back line.
I mean, yeah, they definitely want to push on for more Liquid.
Yes,
And they're
absolutely.
still yet to be able to take the tier 1 tower down in the mid lane. They'll go for the tier 2 bottom first. Nisha very close as well to having the BKB complete, so highly likely that they'll have that out by the time the Aegis is expired. Daracho is looking for Insania.
Ogre Steel Totem.
It will save him.
I mean, it's pretty much a force staff. It's another one for them to play against this Slark. Daracho's done they bought a gem a little bit ago too. Daracho's done a great job of just being able to play around all this vision and try to push forward and get any type of little snipe plays.
Oh, hey, good jukes for the courier there. Nisha with the micro.
Has fallen.
A core player not losing his courier?
Everything to play for here in this best of 5, you know, game 5 of this best of 5.
Super tense moments.
Got some money on the line. $300,000 for the winning team here.
Gaming still just playing the greed.
Nice, yeah, ace, top spot, you know, somewhere that we've come to be very familiar with him sitting at.
Daracho finds a haste. He's now level 20. Got the Essence Shift talent. Sure. He can't go for the setup here. The fact that they bought that gem for Daracho, he's always safe. Can't get set up on from some Requiem play.
Yeah, does have his BKB now, so an easier time to just be able to front line, commit, and get the Requiem off successfully.
They want to find something here with their timing. They still want to use this Aegis. They have a minute left on it. They're going to push tier 2 mid.
I mean, Boxy's going in deep. Sets up with a bushwhack. A couple of hits. Tofu's gone.
Middle tower is under
Liquid.
attack.
They can continue the pressure. They'll take out a tier 2 mid.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And they force people back. I think they're going to look to keep going, perhaps.
They've still got the cheese on Mickey. Aegis on Nisha here for about 1 more minute, and he's got his BKB done. So Liquid getting to the point where, despite being overall behind in farm, they've got these items that are going to allow them to group up and go for these objectives.
They're very strong as a unit around this Underlord. Daracho.
Boxy gets the catch. They don't have any follow-up though. Daracho able to dart back to pounce away.
Jeez. Terrifying stuff. They know that there's a ward up there. Boxy, a good attempt. This Blink Dagger is enabling him to potentially get catched.
Around. Daracho. He's going to be able to get in and get the D ward. Next time out for Ace. The Shiva's Guard's complete.
Timing for the Aegis. 20 seconds. Gaming, they're going to look to hit with that. Nisha.
Goes straight for him.
Nisha Pike.
He wants to pout Tom. Number 4, Nisha. It's the high ground. Backups here. They turn up with Drescher. Drescher popping the shadow dance and backing away. Doesn't want to push it anymore. Knows that Liquid's turned up with the full squad.
Liquid now are aware of the Silver Edge that's been picked up. It just connected onto Mickey, so they should know that what Quinn has and what Quinn doesn't have. They should know that he does not have a BKB on this Templar Assassin after that reveal.
Nice. They'll catch Insania.
It's a big grab. Any kill matters.
Just sort of taking away parts of this lineup of Liquid that Liquid absolutely need every single hero alive to be able to try and push for something. It's buying time, and this lead for Gaimin Gladiators continues to grow with every minute.
And they're scaling and scaling and scaling. Oh, and it's 32 minutes and we've seen 1 Doom. That is literally it so far.
They're gonna go straight for Celery.
Deleted.
Apart from the rest of the team, I mean, Mickey, he's on top of Ace. The backup's coming in. Quinn watching from the side. Ace there, Overseal throwing down to the low ground. Quinn, he's gonna jump away as well. They drop.
I mean, Quinn has to be so careful.
Drescher still wants to go. He's gonna get it onto Boxy. It does get broken. The Red Grim about to come out, but it's put to a stop by the silence. Turns over towards Zai. He's been doomed. He'll force down to the low ground, but Duracio's got him. It's Mickey. He's attempting to chase down Ace. Ace with the BKB and Quinn with the damage. The turner was Mickey. Nisha has to TP out. They've left behind the Bristol. As there's no backup, there's no saving Mickey. As Gaimin Gladiators able to sort of dance around the edge of the fight perfectly and leave Liquid no opportunity to find any of these big targets. It's just too much for Liquid to deal with.
And a little thing like a silence, an ancient seal or something like that, just to stop a Requiem, allows them to just kind of full dominate that fight. They just surround them and toy with them. I mean, the greed, it's paying off massively.
Really, a 15k lead now.
They're huge. And now perhaps Quinn can look to go for that BKB. And they're actually going to be able to just go for a Tormentor.
I think so. Yeah, we saw how quickly Quinn did it before.
Big money.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Easy peasy.
And what can Liquid do to slow this down? I mean, when you look at Liquid's lineup, does it get any better when it comes to the high ground defense, or do Gaimin Gladiators have sufficient ways to just jump in and start the offensive?
I mean, Liquid's draft overall wanted to play with a lead, with an actual lead, getting Roshans and be able to push forward into some type of fight. They're just not finding the fights. I mean, Gaming's just toying with them. They're just farming, playing around the map perfectly. Ace, he's gonna have Doom back up in 20 seconds, and I feel like he's just gonna throw it on Zai in most of these fights if Zai's in that position. I think Gaming is playing the map just absolutely beautifully versus this more tempo-style draft that Liquid's gone for.
It's just going to be huge amounts of pressure
Sania
on Nisha to be able to carry this as an SF, but he's doing it against 3 incredibly well-scaled cores at this point.
I think the next timing is really like they have to make everything happen with the butterfly. Like that's going to be the last final timing for Liquid, and they have to find some big fight, or this game is just, it looks like it's just going to be completely Gaming's. Because they're just farming way too much. Everyone's just growing. The scaling from Duraccio is immense. He's got the Scotty, so he's playing versus SF and Bristol. And the Scotty is incredible versus Elise Heroes, as we've seen time and time again. Soon to have a Harpoon also.
He'll be ready to dive tier 2s.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of safe spots on the map right now for Liquid.
Doom's back up, level 20 as well. And it's going to constantly be up now, with this 20 talent.
Let's see what Duraccio can find. He's found Boxy.
Boxy going down.
That's genuine first.
Oh yeah, they're playing this beautifully. Playing around timings. Playing around mostly just farming, but it's absolutely working. Nisha, Scott Butterfly, this feels like the final timing for Liquid to try to do something here, but they're at such a deficit.
It's just not going to be easy for Nisha to sort of stand his ground in the fight and get these right clicks off.
And I mean, look at Quinn is actually just omitting BKB completely. He's just going AC, so dealing with the minus armor that the Bristol and the SF can.
And they're ready to fight down bottom. As in they go, they take out his and Nisha will get the Requiem off.
There's no damage.
It's just not there. As they'll close straight back in on him, drop the Doom down onto Nisha. Zai is attempting to get up through the Fiend's Gate, but Nisha will not be able to follow. In fact, they'll all go through this Gaimin Gladiators. They want to try and chase down Zai as well. They're up fall from Duraccio to close the gap. I mean, Mickey and Boxy, what can they do to help him out? They're trying their best, but the Infernal Blade gets slammed down on the Zai. Shiva's gone from Ace. They chased him out. Zai's gone as well.
They're winning every fight. They're so far ahead. Hey, look, SF's going to respawn Doom's back up. So every single one of these fights, he can just pick and choose his targets. Gaming, it feels like they've just done it. The early game movements, pressing forward this advantage, just playing the farm game while also just having the better moves.
And yeah, with this AC done, they're going to be able to clean up the base so quickly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Quinn 6-1 and 8, Ace 4-0-8. Duraccio only having the 1 death as well. Playing the map beautifully.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Spark is near 25.
Boxy. Get the catch on of the 2 of them, but Quinn just able to stand his ground, taking out this tier 3.
And Mickey, it's silver edged, has to be careful.
Has fallen.
Cool build from Quinn.
There's not a lot that he's scared of right now.
No. The butterfly reveal did literally nothing. And yeah, Doom, it's back up. Gaming, split up, get the lanes pushed out again. Roche, it's going to be back up in 15 seconds. They can look to just force the issue there. And Liquid, how do they actually fight around there now at this point? Everyone's just too big. Duraccio, yeah, level 25.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Almighty money.
Regeneration.
Gaimin Gladiators, they can really pick and choose their next move.
They sure can. I mean, boots travel too on Ace.
Now Liquid, They're going to come out with the smoke to see if they can somehow catch Gaimin Gladiators by surprise. But even if they do...
This could catch Quinn off guard if he just walks right.
They're heading over here, though.
Celery?
He's going to scout things out. They try and go for him, but he's out with the Glimmer K. The push flag will catch on to Quinn, but jump fall from Ace. He's in straight on top of the toe for him. Duracho ready to follow with the damage, and they take out Nisha. Out for 80 seconds. No buyback on him. Jump fall from Duracho over to one side. Quinn as well, dealing out the right clicks. 2 dead. Insane. Ogre Steel tomes away, but Duracho's got him. Boxy also to fall. 4 dead on Liquid.
They just lose a support. They get the Doom again. Ace just picking and choosing his battle, and now it's a Roche as well with the cheese refresher. Now they can just Doom 2 targets. This is such a clean game from Gaming. What do you do? How do you hit anybody? Quinn,
I mean, you don't. I mean, Nisha, he's got decent farm, but we're seeing in these fights, he's just completely dealt with. There's just too many items on Gaimin Gladiators right now. They're too far ahead.
And they're dancing. They're literally just dancing around this bristleback. Mika can't hit targets. But he's chasing. He's like, okay, I'm going to get tofu, but then that's just about it. Everybody else dies in the meantime. Head bottom.
And back in action. They're finding Mika.
They find him. Boots of travel too. They don't even need the Doom anymore.
Yeah, no buyback on him. He's 800 gold short.
Duracho has 40 stacks or 39 stacks. On to high ground. Quinn now, level 25, refraction charges. They couldn't even go through those first ones.
Dire's bottom tower is under.
I mean, all 3 cores are unkillable.
They really
the
are.
supports, they're not easy to catch as well. Between sort of the 4-stars players and such, they're out of there. Duracho, he's ready to start diving in. Beats him out here beyond the tier 4s. Insania's gone. They'll catch him in the Requiem.
Can they even kill him?
But he's able to get the Shadow Dance off.
They can't even
He
kill
can
him.
look to reset, jumps out of the side. Boxy tries to get some sort of setup, but it's not going to happen. Duracho's out of there. Quinn, he's focused on the objectives. Cleaning up this top set of ranks. Liquid, they've got to try and hold, but it's 4 versus 5. As Gaimin Gladiators, they're collapsing onto Zai. Zai getting shredded by the physical damage of Quinn. They take out Zai, no buyback on him. Nisha's gone. All 3 cores out without buyback. Duracho's diving the base.
He wants more.
He's looking for the team wipe. Boxy goes Scepter.
Duracho has 2.
Boxy trying the best with the outplay. We'll be able to sort of trap into the trees. Boxy, he's being slippery. He's making them work for it.
He's like, you're not killing me. You're going to end the game. I'm not dying.
They'll go for the tier 4s. They'll look to close this down. They can taste the victory here now. Gaimin Gladiators on to the H's. It's game over. GG, it's called. Ladies and gentlemen, Gaimin